Another episode of Millennial Checklists. This is where we go through the home, talk about each component and how to maintain it. Today, we're going to be talking about high efficiency furnaces. Just by looking at the furnace, you should be able to tell what type of furnace you have. So when you see this ABS or PVC pipe, we know right away that this is a high efficiency furnace. If this were a mid or low efficiency furnace, we'd see a metal exhaust coming up instead of these pipes. Because high efficiency furnaces do create condensation and moisture, this is why we have this drip tube here that connects to the drain to ensure that all that water is getting away from it. It is pretty critical and crucial to be maintaining these yearly and opening up even seasonally, just making sure that you don't have moisture getting caught in there, causing rust and damaging other components. Next component, as soon as we see these lines, we know that we have an AC. So it's going to go from the evaporator coil to the coolant lines out to the condenser unit. In terms of maintenance, I would recommend yearly maintenance and cleaning, especially of the fins on the outside. It's gonna ensure that your AC unit continues to work at its full capacity. And especially if we're in new communities like this, the dirt and debris can easily latch on. During winters, I do recommend covering it and just protecting it from the elements. The next component is the humidifier. This is a tricky one, especially because we have such a cold climate. Once we reach minus 15, 20, 30, 40, we need to be turning down that humidity. This is typically where we find wet water cells or ice buildup on our windows. It's because the humidity inside your home is too high. Let's talk about the maintenance on a humidifier. Ideally, we want to be cleaning or replacing the pad about twice a year. We do have very hard water in Calgary surrounding areas, so you will see a lot of calcium buildup here. We do have water that comes in here. It basically wets this filter, air goes through and becomes humid. We do have the drip tube as well that can get clogged. So ideally, when we're servicing the furnace, when we're servicing the AC, this also should be getting serviced. All right, let's chat furnace filters. So the way that this works is the return air comes down through the filter and then gets filtered before it hits the furnace and then goes out to the supply. Realistically, in terms of maintenance, these should be replaced every 3 months or so, so every quarter, especially if you're living in a newer community with a lot of dust and debris. The great debate, which type of furnace to use. So something a little bit more heavy duty or something light. I always recommend the cheapest ones because the thicker that this filter is and the more that it traps, the harder the furnace needs to work. And in theory, the thinner it is, the longer the furnace life will last. And that was another episode of the Millennial Checklist on high efficiency furnaces. Comment below or shoot me a DM for your free home maintenance guide.